Magic items pop up a lot in fantasy, each having their own unique properties and abilities which can assist the wielder, depending on the situation they find themselves in, particularly in combat. I've designed a video where I have a go at exploring a few different magic items based around a theme. The theme I've chosen for today's video is the ocean. The first item I explore is what I'm calling the Tome of Neptune. It's essentially a magic book that can house a variety of ocean-based spells to be utilised mostly in combat. Whilst you have a wide pool of spells to choose from, they aren't of very high level, so they will need to be used multiple times, potentially combining it with something else to do any damage to an enemy. But the advantage is that they can be used again and again as long as you have the tome. The pages are made up of spells of simple actions. For example, they can summon large waves, shoot urchin arrows, or send an army of crabs or other sea creatures to attack. Some of the rough defense ideas I had included a sea of spikes and an encapsulating bubble. Each would have their own advantages and disadvantages. The bubble would protect all parts of the wielder, however it is delicate and would burst after a few powerful hits. On the other hand, the sea of spikes would be more resilient to oncoming attacks, but the surface area it covers would not be as wide. Therefore, it is up to the tome holder to decide what spells are best to use, and what is a better use of energy, as a tome will slowly drain you the more it is utilised. I am thinking that maybe instead of one book, there's also several different ones with different types of magic. One can summon different sea creatures, one can provide shield defences, etc. A little bit like the spell tomes you can get in Skyrim, which allows you to learn a new piece of magic. I am also then thinking that the tomes can provide more powerful attacks and defences when it specialises specifically in one of those areas, so there isn't more variety on the attacks, but there's more power behind it. The second item I've designed is the Mother of Pearl. This small container houses a powerful ghost-like entity known as the Mother of Pearl, who can perform a shield maneuver, protecting the wielder from any oncoming attack. However, the entity is not peaceful or loyal to you, and actually performs the shield to mostly protect themselves from the attack. They are not happy with being disturbed, so it's important to let them re-enter their container once more. It's important not to use the Mother of Pearl too many times during a single fight. If you keep calling them out of their container, the entity will become agitated and start turning against you instead, so it is paramount that they are resealed. The shield they provide would start to become weaker with each use anyway, so it is more advisable to allow them to recharge inside the container. The Mother of Pearl is a one of a kind, and very difficult to acquire. No one knows the exact origin of the entity, and it is impossible to fully open the container and reveal the contents without the ghost attacking you. The last item is the Heart of the Sea, an incredibly valuable blessing that saved the lives of numerous bearers. When up against an intimidating foe, a Heart of the Sea can be attached to you, essentially acting like an additional heart. You would receive huge levels of regeneration and health, however all other abilities are massively weakened, meaning it is unlikely to defeat your foe while the heart is attached to you. I did thumbnail a few more magic items which I could have explored, but focusing on just 3 allowed me to explore the designs a bit deeper. The concepts aren't the most inventive, it's mostly just me playing on pre-existing water-based terms like Mother of Pearl and Heart of the Sea, and taking a look at what cool designs I could generate from these simple concepts. These designs aren't for anything specific, they're purely exploratory and for fun, unless I decide to take them further and properly develop the concepts. Trying to figure out drawbacks and particular advantages a certain item might have is useful for practicing my world building. Let me know if there was one you particularly liked, and thank you for joining the video.